to license it.
Meep, meep.
Hi everybody and welcome to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Hot Wheels Porsche 356A Outlaw. Now this is a special project for me because I'm a Porsche driver and I've been practicing on some of these early cars and waiting to build up a certain skill set before I did my first Porsche. I hope to have a bunch of these come across, and I'm going to make this one pretty simple because mine is black with some red accent in it, and so I'm going to get rid of some of the jazz and the pinstripes and the decals, intentionally keeping this one plain black, and I hope it turns out well. A couple of rivets need to come out first, and I noticed when I was doing this job they were slightly bigger than normal, and I usually use a number 4 bit, and then I decided to go up to a number 5 just to get to the outer edge of those, and that seemed to be the right move. This is the fine bit to drill down inside, and I'm going to tap these holes so I can put an M2 screw back in there when it's time to reassemble everything. And this one popped apart pretty easily. Sometimes you have a struggle. The car fights you a little bit. This one was no problem. Pretty clean inside as well. There's the red interior, just like mine, so I'm not going to change that. Plastic base on this Hot Wheels. Even my tires are black on my car, so I'm not going to change those either. Windshield pops out, nice and clean, no scratches, no major wear and tear on this one, but it's a fairly new model out of the box just a couple of years ago. This is how I tap the posts. Put a little thread in there, and then I do a test screw, and I leave these in when I do the paint stripping so nothing gets in that threaded hole. I mask up for this. This is a very strong gel paint stripper. Oh, it's toxic smelling stuff. You can't get the top back on there fast enough. And we'll let it stay in the gel for a little while and let the stripper do its work while I give a washing up to the different parts. I don't think this one got played with too hard. Certainly didn't go out in the sand pile like some of the dump trucks and mixers that I've done. But in these days of coronavirus and being careful and cleaning hands, I just want to give everything a hot soapy bath. And again, I don't have a lot of replacement parts yet. I'll build those up in time, but everything that comes off the original model's got to go back in. I take a little care at this stage. Make sure everything comes out nicely. No defects here, no breaks, no cracks. No, that's easily reusable. And let's see how the gel made out. Nice. When you open it up and see it all bubbled up and curdled like that, you know it's going to come off really easily. And that's what happened in this case with the old toothbrush. Just about slipped off by itself. And you're always anxious to see what kind of shape the bare metal is in underneath. I put it under the tap for a scrub with a soapy bristle brush to see what kind of work I have to do on the bare metal. This one's really nice. Again, it's new. I've had some 50-year-old models in my hands. They need a lot of attention, but back into the vise. If you've been watching my last few videos, you know that my Dremel tool is kaput right now, and so it's old school brass brush, wire brush, and steel wool, and I have to say that I've been very happy with the turnout of these. It's not a whole lot of extra time, it's a little more elbow grease, that's all, and it's actually the part of the hobby that I enjoy as much as anything is the small detail work like this. Canada is my home originally, but I married a girl from Austria, and the little village of Gmünd, Austria, is where Ferdinand Porsche started out with his original factory. You might know the story. He moved to Stuttgart during World War II and was commissioned to make the people's car, the Volkswagen, which was one of the best sellers of all time. And I visited the original museum in Gmünd, where he started out, and Stuttgart, actually Zuffenhausen, has a really beautiful, modern, high-tech museum with all history of Porsche's past, the present, and where they're going in the future with electric cars. I'm fortunate to live here in Switzerland and be close to the Swiss Alps and the mountain passes and the Black Forest in Germany for really world-class driving roads. It's super fun, and I guess I'm extra lucky to have a Porsche too. That's the poster that was on my bedroom wall when I was a boy, and now I'm happy to have one to call my own. It's out in the driveway right now. As a matter of fact, I'll give you a little peek. Behind the paint job on the model is the Boxster in the driveway. If you're enjoying this video and some of the work that I'm doing on the hobby bench, then please subscribe to my brand new channel and give it a thumbs up, and make sure to hit the notification bell so that you'll be aware of any new content that gets posted, and that's been pretty regularly during this coronavirus shutdown. I've bookmarked a lot of these model restoration channels. There sure are a lot of them out there, and mine's just one of the new ones. So I'm trying to get some traction in these early days, and all of your visits are great, and be sure to leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. Remember, I'm learning, practicing, but it's fun for me, and I hope that it's enjoyable for you to spend 15 minutes or so watching what I'm doing. It's all about having fun and reliving childhood memories. I had a bunch of these in my pocket when I was a boy. Maybe you did too. Time to put it all back together. Couple of simple pieces, the body on the base and the interior seats and the windshield on top of that. I'm always real careful at this stage. And it snaps back together. A couple of screws hold it into place. And that's a simple restoration, but that was my plan. And here's what I ended up with. Intentionally simple. And a tip to the hat to Magnus Walker. I put his Urban Outlaw sticker on my bench today, but I really didn't want it on the car. But I did put a Porsche emblem on the front. That's pretty important. Wheels on my car are black rim, black body, red interior, so that's my intent today. That's what I wanted. You can dress them up with lots more decals like it was before, but I think that takes away from a classic car. But that's what we started with. And here's the finished product. Clean and simple and black, but that's what I started out to do today, and I'm pleased with how it turned out. Thanks for stopping by. It's coffee time.